Okay, we are live. Welcome to the Lovecraft eZine Friday night Call of Cthulhu games. Today is May the 30th, 2014, and this is Call of Cthulhu game, Friday game 10, session 1. We're starting a brand new Call of Cthulhu game tonight. Was it you? I think it's Aaron. Oh, I can't hear anything from you, Kim. So anyway, welcome to everybody watching. I'm going to give away a free print copy of the King in Yellow edition of Lovecraft eZine to a random live viewer. So I want to introduce everybody to Aaron Yoder. Am I saying your last name right?
Yep, that's right.
Okay. He's our keeper for this game. He put out the call saying we could use some fresh blood as a keeper. Besides me, he's got a nice scenario that he wrote that I think will be a lot of fun. So thanks for doing this, Aaron. Really appreciate it. And we got a new player, his wife Anna. So why don't you guys? We're doing, for those of you watching who have gotten used to these guys' Friday night characters, we're actually doing brand new characters for this game. So why don't we start with Steve, and I'll work my way over. And Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about your character?
Okay,
so a little bit about him.
So my character is Chiquinto Montes, and he tells everyone to call him John. But he's an academic who got enticed by art. So one of the things that he does is he actually goes on digs and creates sculptures of a lot of the objects that are found so that they can go to multiple universities or colleges. So academics can all enjoy some of the artifacts that are found. He hails from New York, but he will not have a New York accent. I'm sorry, Leah. And I apologize in advance for the butchering of an accent that I will do in the following game. So
yeah, okay. Awesome. Patrick, what's your character's name? Tell us about your character.
Sure. So I'm playing Dr. Ben Gates. He is an archaeologist / treasure hunter. He's ever since he was a kid, he was raised by his father, Professor Gates, who took him on ruins and expeditions where he learned from the natives and his trail guides and from his father along the way. Sadly, though, he was scarred from an accident with a wolf that left him, kind of messed up in the face. And he was, left at home for the next expedition, but his father never came back. So afterward, he attended college, tried to follow in his dad's footsteps, and now is off seeking treasures of the world and possibly find his father.
Awesome. Good character. I'm sorry, I forgot. Aaron, what time period is this set in?
It's 1924.
Okay. We'll move on to, hey James, we'll move on to Leah then. What's your character's name? Tell us about your character.
My character is Noah Accountability. Nice. No accountability. So anyway, he is a field medic from Miskatonic University.
I'll bet he gets a lot of prank calls.
Oh, actually, in 1924, you'd be surprised the telegrams that come through. He served as a field medic at Fort Souville, and even though reported missing after the battle, and eventually, never mind. He was
Secret.
Yeah.
That's great.
In World War I, he served as a field medic at Fort Seville. He was returned to Kingsport at war's end. only to find his home abandoned and his mother committed suicide after his father had fallen ill to the Spanish flu. Without any ties to keep him in Kingsport, he went to Arkham, taking on a position at Miskatonic as a medic for the occasional expedition. They offered tenure and a nice retirement package, and he is halfway there. So, yes.
Huh. So, in other words, no accent tonight.
No.
Okay. Okay, Kim, you're next.
Okay, I am playing Liz Tyler, who's an anthropology adjunct at Miskatonic. She didn't have a lot of friends growing up except for one. That one got to be a very dear friend and partner in crime, a partner in other things as well. They share a mutual fondness for things that don't belong to them. And well, I'll let him say the other part.
Nathan on the message board says, make sculptures of artifacts found in digs. He thinks Jacinto is now at the top of the roster for people who are going to go insane first.
Woohoo!
Take your bets now, people. Take them now.
No, really. You must look at my statue. It is only a little monster. It won't drive you crazy. Not.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, Patrick. I could make some money at this. I could take bets on these games. Who's going to go insane
I
first?
could bookkeep. We can do this. It's just gonna work.
Yeah,
The
but
Lovecraft
it's too easy to
cookie.
win.
Okay, James. What's
Hi,
your
guys.
character's name, and tell us about your character.
Well, my character is Jonas Casper. He is a student on a swimming scholarship from Ipswich, a small town outside of Innsmouth. And he is studying ancient North American history for the Wichita people. And he's hoping to become a professor himself one day. And he's reluctant to let people know that he is friends with Liz, mainly because Liz seems to get him out of his comfort zone way too much. He tends to find himself being the one that gets caught while she runs away and lives to tell about it another day, so to speak. So, the relationship is sort of a give and take. She gives and he takes. So.
Okay, Liv. That's not very nice. Okay, Anna, you're next. What's your character's name, and tell us about your character.
My character's name is Isabella Bird, and she's named after a famous explorer in the 1800s. So her parents were big fans of their girl getting into some adventure. And she's currently a student at Miskatonic University studying archaeology. And she's in her last year, so she's taking a trip to find her big break. And she's super spunky and likes to get into trouble, which hasn't landed her in the best places, but has made her a lot of friends because she knows how to get what she needs.
Awesome.
Sounds
Well, we got a lot of people watching already, so thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for being here on Friday night. It's the best thing on TV, I know that. So, no, glad you guys are here. Appreciate it. Thanks to Aaron for being the keeper tonight. Appreciate it. So, okay, Aaron, you said we're set in 1922. Do you want to say anything else before you get going here? Or
No, we can. I think all the characters are ready to go, and so I think we can jump right in.
All right, go for it.
Okay, as you know, you're attending an excavation. You've been hired by Dr. Stephen Carmichael. Is that something? Sorry. You've been told that there's an odd, large mound in central Oklahoma, and that this mound has evaded any proper attempt at identifying the original makers, but that it is certainly man-made. Your job is to attend to dig and catalog, inventory, and study any of the artifacts you uncover, with the ultimate intent of identifying its creators. You're going to arrive kind of piecemeal. Hopefully you're going to arrive at the same time, May 8th, 1924. You'll be arriving by train, which drops you off at a station in Paul's Valley. And from there, an automobile owned by the expedition leader takes you and your things due west to the tiny village of Antioch.
Okay.
Antioch there's just 4 buildings, aside from a few sparse houses. There's a general store. Sorry, I lost my place here. You've got a general store. There's a building that's got an old sign that says tavern on it, and the tavern is scratched out, and they've got N painted over top of it.
Sorry, it's got what painted over top of it?
N-I-N-N, like a...
N. All right, gotcha.
The first is church with a tall steep and a single-room schoolhouse.
Okay.
You head south from Antioch, and that's where the excavation is set up. There's about 10 white canvas.
Hi, Patrick.
Hey.
I just thought the same thing.
Sorry, Aaron.
Oh, it's okay. There's a large mound right beyond, just south of the 10 white canvas tents. The mound's about 200 feet across. It's only about 20 feet high. And as you approach, there's about 3 dozen people milling around, cooking dinner around about 4 separate fires. As you approach, even from a distance, you can tell that the atmosphere is kind of tense. People are kind of walking uptight. They're not really talking or chatting. They're just kind of like milling around, not really smiling. And you notice that people are trying to keep from looking at the mound. They even sit with their backs to it.
And have all these guys kind of walked up together, more or less?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So as you disembark, you're going to be greeted by George Stipple. Each of you will be. He's the foreman. And he'll show you to your tent. And he mentions that there's one rule that you've got to follow, and that's stay away from Antioch, because they don't like newcomers.
That was a shock.
Yeah.
So, no taking a side trip to the inn, then? Just checking.
But what if we need a holy hand grenade?
We've had a lot of new viewers since I said this, but since I said this right at the beginning, but I'm going to give away a free print copy of the King and Yellow Lovecraft eZine issue to a random live viewer tonight. So have fun, keep watching, and if these guys screw up, tell them on the message board. That's what you're here for. So anyway, sorry, Aaron, go ahead. Oh, I was going to ask you, Aaron, do you have anything you need me to hand out, put on the message board, or do you have any handouts yet, or not?
No, the town's real simple. It's basically a crossroad. I haven't made anything up. I can.
No, it's not a big deal. I just wanted to make sure I was doing it if you needed it.
Sure.
Okay.
So you guys arrived there. Is there any? I mean, you don't have a lot of time. Once you arrive, you're probably tired. Your characters are probably tired. Is there anything you want to do before you start the dig the next day?
Well, I would. I'm assuming that there's a mess tent or something set up.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously, a couple of us have talked on the train on the way up. So the ones that that Joe's talked with, I'll point out the tent and say, "Come, my friends. Let's go and have a meal at the very least. Meet some of these people."
What time of day is it right now, Aaron?
I'd say you arrive right around dinner, so 6 or 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Can we check on equipment?
Check your equipment.
Or check on the equipment that we've been given for this expedition.
Patrick, there's some children that might watch this show. Let's keep it clean, okay?
That's one.
And that's 2.
Aaron.
Yeah. So the equipment you're going to have, basic shovels, picks, brushes for dusting off your artifacts.
Explosives?
Make sure you turn that shovel on.
Assume that Gates has brought his own little personal arsenal with him.
Sure. For the dig. I'm not sure you're going to be doing much shooting at the dig, but...
Gates is a bit paranoid after that wolf attack.
Alright. Who else is in the mess tent with Jacinto? Anyone?
I am.
I'll go.
I just want to get my meal. Go set up my own tent.
Yeah, I could eat.
Come. Let us go.
Yes, Jacinto. Jacinto, let's go. I don't know how to say your name.
Please, just call me Joe. It's
Joe.
so much easier.
Please.
All right, start your own joke.
Joe, let's go.
Aaron.
It's going to be a big phrase in the future.
Aaron, what is the area like from the train to the tent?
The train is in the other town. You were brought in by motor car.
Okay, so it's like, I'm just curious. Like, Jonas has like somewhat of a slight case of agoraphoria. He cannot deal well with open spaces.
Yeah, he's going to want to stay in the tent.
Yeah, that's why I was curious. Like, how far away is the tent from the car? Am I making like a mad dash, or?
I mean, they could pull you up to a tent. That would be fine.
Fair enough. If you guys don't mind, that would be great.
Yeah.
You can see why Jonas is going to be a professor and not a field man. Live, don't make fun.
Never.
So anybody that goes to the mess tent, most people do not seem predisposed to want to talk to you. Most of the guys there already are kind of like white-collar guys there, and you are obviously academics mostly, so there's a little bit of a divide there. But you can tell they don't really feel too friendly towards one another either. There's not a lot of chatter.
Just out of curiosity, how long is this dig? I mean, they've been in place here for what, like a couple of days?
Yeah, they just set up and surveyed it, and they're going to start digging tomorrow.
Okay, all right. Seems a rather cold crew. I wonder. Well, never mind. We'll be fine friends. So, tell me, Liz, what is it that makes you want to be an academic?
God, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Did Liv hear you?
Guess not.
Liv? There?
Kim's
Liv?
character.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I called you by your character's name. I'm sorry to confuse you.
Now she's muted. There we go.
Yeah, okay. So, what was the question, dear?
Oh, I was curious. What draws you into nasty academia?
Oh, I love the hustle and bustle. It's just such fun to watch these people make fools of themselves. What about you? What brings you here? Well,
Mostly my skill as an artist. It is my. Unfortunately, I am not as well versed as many of your colleagues, of course. But I have the touch of an artist, so it comes in handy.
You touched by something.
You touched me there.
So you make pretty things for a living, then?
Sometimes. Most times it is, how you say, a copy of an archway, or a bias relief that they want done in a solid manner, as opposed to a rubbing. Rubbings sometimes lose a lot in the translation, and it takes an artist's eye to. Yeah, it takes an artist's eye to make these things pop, as they say.
All right.
So you're a professional copier.
Yes. Originally, I wanted to know more about the ruins of my homeland, but once I got to New York University, things changed. Point taken. Don't read the chat while you're playing your character.
I couldn't resist.
Just get started, Joe.
This is awesome.
So, Aaron.
Yes.
Sorry, I asked questions as the host. Is the dig going to start in the morning? No one's really doing anything tonight. Is that correct?
Yeah. You guys are just waiting on it to start, and I wanted to see if anybody had anything they'd like to do before it actually began.
Okay, awesome.
I'd like to try to talk to some of the cold people.
Yeah, there you go.
People.
The unfriendly men.
You're spunky.
I'm a friendly, attractive young student.
Nice.
Okay. Well,
All right.
I'm going to go there, but...
I appreciate it, but I'm kind of busy trying to work on this excavation here.
So you find one of the unfriendly, gruff workers. What do you say to him?
How's the work been going here?
He just grunts at you. And then he looks at you. Lecherously.
Lecherously? How many workers are there milling about, Aaron?
About 30.
Okay. All right.
Are there any that look like they really don't belong? As in, one of these things is not like the other.
That would be me, but that's beside the point.
Other than this group that the university sent me with.
No, they're... gosh. Sorry. I'm reading the chat on the side, and it's very funny.
I told you, don't do it.
Oh, no, yeah.
That's yeah.
So no, everybody looks like your basic crewmen. They're tall, strong, strapping young men, I guess.
Hubba hubba.
Benjamin Hodge on the message board says, "I don't understand why you idiots haven't been to the tavern/inn." I'm paraphrasing. What he said was, "I can't help but wondering what is in the tavern/inn."
Oh, yeah.
A bar fight waiting to happen.
I think one of us should
Let's
go.
go.
There. And when
I think I'll make a trip out there.
Hang on. Joe has something important to tell us.
I think one of us should go there, and then when they don't come back, a half hour later, another one of us should. Until we run out of characters.
Good idea. Split up.
Yes.
Yeah, we can do more damage that way.
How far away is it?
It's about 2 miles north.
Oh, it's 2 miles from the site.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I did not realize that. Okay.
Gates wouldn't mind coming in for a stiff drink. So.
Well, that's quite a trek if you're going to go to bed soon, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Ben is used to roughing it.
Just a reminder, the foreman did explicitly tell you not to visit the town.
And as young people, they completely ignored him.
Warning.
I would like to approach one of the nearby excavators.
Okay. What do you say to him?
Okay. In my town where they've sent me to hear from, there is a speakeasy nearby, but in this nowhere, where would one go to find a good stiff drink?
He laughs at you. He says, "Nowhere."
What? You've got to be kidding me.
If you figure it out, let me know.
Okay, because I figure if anybody would know, it would be you guys.
Is that why you're so grumpy?
That is.
I would imagine yes. These guys are from out of town, just like you, so they're new to the area too.
Oh man.
Well, realistically, I can't see going to the inn unless you're going to walk 2 miles there and walk 2 miles back. They don't really have transportation, do they?
Sorry?
They don't really have transportation just to do stuff like that, do they?
No, not unless they wanted to steal the car.
Right.
No
Well,
horses?
it's not completely outside the possibility of what we could do.
No
yeah, but
horses.
that would be illegal.
You've
Can we
taught me
ask
well.
George more about Antioch?
Sorry?
Can we ask George more about Antioch?
Sure.
And a more explanation of why he doesn't want us going there?
Yeah.
So you find George and you ask him, and do you ask him personally, Anna? Do you ask George Stipple, your character?
Yes. Why don't you want us going there?
So it's because I said so.
No explanation at all?
Not to you, no.
As a student, that makes me more curious and makes me want to go explore.
Well, they don't want you over there. Stop questioning me.
Who's they?
The town.
Who's the town?
All 8 of them.
Oh, yes. The mayor, Arnold Walker, explicitly asked me not to allow any of the workers at this dig to go to the town.
Oh, I'm not a worker.
Yeah, we're.
No, we're not. We're professionals.
That is a loose interpretation.
Now, why would a mayor... Oh, wait, we're not in close proximity to you, are we?
Do you mean the animal? You asked if you were in close proximity to who?
To Anna's character.
Oh, you can be standing around. George would be in the tent.
Okay. Now, why would a mayor not want to bring business and income into his town? That makes no sense to me.
Because, Bella, people are idiots.
George says, I don't know. I don't ask questions. I'm just doing what I'm told. It is weird because the excavation, Dr. Stephen Carmichael, he shacked up at the end, but they don't want anybody else to be around there.
I think you guys ought to go to bed and wake up and go to the dig, but that's just me.
Well, Jonas was trying to be polite and not tell everybody to go to bed, but we probably have a very early morning for the excavation tomorrow.
That is true.
And we probably we can deal with the whole liquid courage thing in the morning.
That sounds like a plan.
Sounds good.
Let's get some shut-eye.
Alright.
Buenas noches, my friends. Good night.
Good night, go around. I mean, Joe. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So, okay, Steve, I came in late. Please tell me, what is your character's nationality?
He's actually Spanish.
Man.
I know.
What?
Isn't it great the way I'm butchering this?
At least you're trying.
It's very true.
Points per try.
A+.
Okay, so you guys are going to bed.
Yep.
Alright.
I suppose.
Okay, so you're woken up by George Stipple walking around and banging on your tent in the morning, about 7 a.m. Sorry, 6 a.m.
They will find that Jonas was ready and raring to go at 5:30.
The minute they knock on Gates' tent, he'll probably shoot out the door a few bullets.
Oh, really?
Wow.
I'm sure that'll go over well with the mayor.
Does he really?
Does he
No,
really do that?
no,
Damn.
Damn.
no. Knocks on the door. Hey, wake up. See bullets go through past him.
Nothing says good morning like a salvo in the chest.
Yeah.
No, Benderson does that. He says, he probably swears loudly and, gets up.
Alright, so he lets you know that breakfast is going to be served in an hour. The Reverend Burke is going to be around with supplies you can buy or food or whatever you might want from the general store.
Mm-hmm.
He's bringing a cart. He'll be back in an hour, and then the dig starts at 8.
Okay.
Awfully late for a dig.
8 a.m.
Yes.
Oh,
You
this is
guys
the
want
first
anything from
day.
the store?
Sorry?
Do you guys want anything from the store?
Yes, beef jerky would be nice.
Salt.
Rope. We need lots and lots of rope.
I'll ask him for.
Beer.
for a couple of basic supplies, so clay, some of the basic stuff.
Okay.
Some what? Some clay?
That's right, clay.
Clay from the
Something.
Well,
He's
no,
an artist.
yeah, it's a basic thing, right? That's what a general store would have.
What is your
No, you would have brought it with you from the university.
I know.
What is the guy that's going into town? Like, is he some level of something, or is he just a guy waking us up and saying, "Do you need anything from the town?"
I'm sorry. So, what's actually happening is the Reverend from town.
Oh, the Reverend. Okay.
He's bringing a cart full of stuff from town, and he's going to allow you to buy it. If he doesn't have it on his cart, he'll let you request it for tomorrow. But he's just got like a load of stuff.
Gotcha.
I want a Gatling gun.
Lots of those.
Alright, no, but some rope, flashlights, matches.
Doesn't he have to see what's on the cart? He's just bringing back. Aaron's saying he's bringing back some certain things, right?
Yeah, what's on this cart?
It'll mostly be food. There ought to be tools, and there probably would be rope and stuff too.
Are we all carrying our own packs?
Sorry?
Are we all carrying our own packs?
Yeah, you're not going far. I mean, the mound is right over there, and you'll be waiting more or less for people to start digging and finding stuff before.
We should probably just buy food for the group. And enough water.
Yep, some canteens would be nice.
Yes.
Yes. And some writing supplies.
No, Nathan, I don't think the Reverend is bringing hookers from the store.
You don't know until you ask.
That's true.
It might be a special kind of church. We don't know.
Yeah, no hookers supplied by the Reverend.
So that's a special request then.
At least
special
look.
request.
Come on.
I can't help myself. All right. So we'll get all our gear together, and then I suppose because we got about an hour wait before breakfast. There's probably like a tent for us to examine a lot of the different archaeological objects that we've unearthed and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's nothing yet because they really haven't started digging.
No, I know.
There are a few scattered artifacts that they've found from just local collections and things.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of amateur dig is this?
God damn it.
Expect us to do all the work? Oh,
Jesus.
Can I approach one of the excavators and ask about the artifacts? Do we know anything about them?
Well, they don't know anything about it. They're just there to dig. But you can look at them yourself.
okay.
That's pretty much what I was going to do. I thought it was going to be an open tent where we could play cards, but there's actually stuff in there.
Just knock off all the stuff from the tables and you can play cards.
Mostly what's there are small fragments of just little bits of like a black shiny metal. And you find that they seem to be slightly magnetic towards each other, but not towards anything else.
Let's put them all together.
They stick like magnets would. There's no repelling. Nothing repels.
Okay.
Are they heavy, like rocks, or are they lighter?
It's a light metal.
Some Area 51 stuff.
Is there anything on them, like markings or anything?
Refrigerators. Dang it.
No, they're really too small to bear much image. I mean, they're really tiny fragments.
Is that it? Those are all the artifacts?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, so pretty much we'll dither around until breakfast is served, and we can get to know each other a little bit more as well. Because just briefly, I mean, each of us really hasn't done that. What do you guys look like? I mean, I realize that Jonas is young and Liz is young, but what age brackets and what do you guys look like?
I'm 33, have wolf scars across my face, and medium haircut, I guess. I wear a fedora, have fingerless gloves, and carry a gun around all the time.
How you've not been arrested is beyond me.
I'm 32.
Who
A
said that?
little on the... Leah.
Oh, okay.
No accountability. Anyway, I'm 32, have short dark hair, clean shaven.
Are you a man?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
a female
clue
Noah.
number one.
Can you not tell by this manly beard she has? I mean, he has.
I don't know.
Just said he was clean shaven.
I'm clean shaven.
Yeah, that could be her legs, armpits. You don't know.
Yeah. Why you gotta be like that, Mike?
Just because I was a circus freak the last time. I'm an army medic this time.
Yeah.
I'm 21.
All right, who we got left? Kim, Liv, right?
Liz,
Liz, I'm sorry.
don't say it wrong or I'll hurt you.
I'm so embarrassed, truly.
Liz is 26. She's pretty good looking. See, tall and blonde with blue eyes. Let's see.
Wow, two hotties on the trip.
Perfect
Huh?
teeth and that's good.
Fair enough.
I think we're there. Yeah.
Yeah.
My computer just died.
Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ!
Oh,
Aaron, you're in two places at once.
That's amazing!
You just
That's
said
Sanity now.
It's Schrodinger's cat.
Computer's off.
You're frozen. Well, you can share Anna's. I don't think there'd be anything wrong with that.
He's rebooting it.
Okay, that's
Anna, you're
fine.
used to having Aaron sit in your lap, right?
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
so
So,
Yeah.
James, why don't you? We can continue to do this while he's rebooting. James, what's your character look like?
Jonas is about average appearance. He doesn't stick out of a crowd or anything. He does have a swimmer's build, so he's athletic.
no body hair.
He's not like muscular like a bodybuilder or anything like that.
But smooth as a baby's bottom.
I think the word is lithe. Isn't the word lithe? I'm a writer. The word is lithe.
An excellent word.
Oh yeah.
It's a good word, isn't it? Just, I mean, feel how it rolls off your tongue. Lithe. I'm probably not even saying it right.
Yeah.
Lies.
Yeah.
The weird thing about Jonas though is that as athletic as he is as a swimmer, he does seem to have these little folds on his neck.
TMI.
Don't know why.
Probably a birth vacation.
Okay, let's move on to Isabella quickly. Quickly.
I'm 21,
Oh, thank God.
and I'm a little bit of a tomboy, but fairly attractive.
Right.
Fair enough.
The most beautiful archaeological crew ever.
Yes.
Okay. So my character
Damn it,
is.
Joe! You have to do it in the accent.
Oh God, damn it! All right.
The most beautiful.
The most beautiful compadres. So. Anyway, Joe is like he's older, probably almost twice some of your age, but I mean he's actually really ruggedly outfitted. I mean he's got heavy work boots on, he's got heavy clothing on, he's not sporting he's actually got a fairly heavy farming hat on, for keeping the sun off and all that kind of stuff. And he does sort of walk with a little bit of a limp, and he actually has a cane, a cane that he uses. It doesn't really impede him at all. It's just and the cane, of course, is one of his own sculptures. So of various different. It looks almost like a totem pole, except with various Neolithic deity icons and stuff like that, all woven down the shaft of it.
Damn it, Joe! You're not selling this goddamn cane, okay? We get it.
It could be yours for $30 now.
I could make a replica for you right here, specialized.
Order now, and you'll get 2 canes for the price of 1. You heard right. 2 canes for the price of 1.
Alright, I'm
Order now.
That's actually perfect timing because we just got done with those descriptions. So.
Is the fan bothering anybody? Because it's like 90 degrees in this room, and
It's really loud.
Is it?
Yes.
It's almost as bad as Patrick's.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Well, I'm just going to crank you down a little bit on the sound.
Yeah, that's easy.
So where are we now?
Shoot. So, you guys did your character introductions. You're in the mess tent. You saw the small number of fragments of black metal things. And is anybody taking anything from the Reverend's cart?
Well, I know we agreed to buy some rope.
Okay.
Number 3 pencil.
And some water and just some small supply of food. And some coffee if he has any.
Water, coffee, and cotton.
Cotton?
Yeah. Cotton gauze.
Oh.
First aid.
Yeah, he got all that stuff. He's not charging anything more than the general store does.
See if they have any rubbing alcohol.
That too.
Any ammo, shotgun shells and the like?
Maybe explosives?
Really?
All
I don't know if you need that, buddy.
Ben's got some already. He just likes to, have extra.
How are you allowed to walk among the populace? Dear Lord.
I'm sorry?
This man has, weapons. How does the mayor not have him arrested yet?
Because he hasn't figured it out yet, clearly.
Seems to be very loosey-goosey with showing this stuff off. Anyway, to get back to my number 3 pencil.
I'll take some
notes down. I gotta get the paper done for the university, or I'm not gonna get my tenureship, and I won't be able to become a professor.
Well, while everyone is looking at the cart, Liz is going to head back to the artifact table.
Okay.
Closely examine 2 of the pieces, play with them a little bit, and make them disappear.
See if they disappear?
He's going to make them disappear into a pocket.
Right.
Good
Alright.
call.
I want a spot hidden check. No.
Not really well concealed, guys. Do I?
All right. Sounds cool. So I guess we'll just kill some more time until breakfast.
Sure. So,
Now,
alright, so you guys do breakfast. Things are quiet there still. Again, nobody really wants to look at the mound. Everybody's kind of nervous about it. And after breakfast, the workers all start heading over that direction, and they pick up their tools from another tent. And, does anybody follow the digger?
of course.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally.
Okay.
Well, it's tradition to go with the workers, right?
Jonas
I
does.
just want to make sure it's safe working conditions. Everybody's safe.
Well,
Safe now.
Ben can solve a strike if one rises.
Now, how far away is the mound from the tents, like the mess tent and so on?
About 100 feet.
Okay, so it's right there, pretty much. Okay, so everyone's heading over to the mound, is that correct?
Sure.
Pretty much. You told us before, but how big is the mound again?
About 200 feet across. Pretty large.
And how high?
Cool.
And how high did you say?
About 20 feet.
Okay.
200 feet across and about 20 feet high. Okay.
And the sides are pretty steep, although they've gotten they've gotten a little more gentle with time and erosion. And as you walk up, you start to feel this sense of dread, and you can tell the other people feel it too. It just makes you nervous and uneasy. And everybody kind of just like looks around like, do we start digging now? And finally George walks up there and he says, get to work! And the diggers start digging, but it's reluctant.
It is an odd feeling, this.
Aaron,
Ain't nothing we felt before.
Aaron, have you seen the movie The New Daughter?
The what?
The New Daughter.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's one of the. I've got a list of Lovecraftian movies at the site, but it's one of those on the list. But it's making me think of it a little bit just because of the mound. There's a mound in the movie. It's a pretty well done Lovecraftian movie. So, but anyway,
Sure.
I throw that in there. Anybody watching? If you haven't seen The New Daughter, definitely check it out. It's a good Lovecraftian. Alright, so you guys are all approaching the mound, and the workers have just started digging reluctantly.
I'm just going to make my way around the outside of the mound, watching a couple of the different people, trying to talk to one or two of them. I'm sure that they'll blow me off, but I'm trying to make the effort anyways.
Okay.
I've got a question from the audience. Nathan wants to know, what shape is the mound if viewed from above?
It's almost a perfect circle.
Okay.
What part of it are they digging?
They're digging the north side, so I guess that explains it.
Yeah, that's a good question. Are they digging just that north side, for example, or are they digging all around the hole, or just in one area?
No, right now they're kind of focusing on one area right now, and that's just one side. And it actually seems a little oddly specific where they're digging.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to go around. I'm going to go around the whole of the mound, and if I see anything, out of the ordinary or anything like that, then I'll note it and mention it to the foreman. But I'm just going to head back around and again talk to a couple of the different guys, and once they've gotten underway, I'm going to drift back over to the archaeologist our tent.
Yeah, I would like to follow Jacinto and make sure that he is okay, because I noticed he has the cane.
Oh, your character has a cane? Okay.
Yes, yeah. I do.
Okay, while you're walking around, the only interest any of the men have in any of your characters is Liz. She has the highest appearance. And they are finding her quite attractive. One in particular, a guy named Ralph. Introduce Ralph? Anyway, his name's Ralph. He is eyeing you quite hard.
And Isabella's like,
how you doing?
Sliced liver? Chopped liver? Whatever.
It's like those construction workers. They always call on girls.
Oh, Ralph, you missed a spot.
Hey, baby! Oh, my dad's a construction worker, so that's amusing.
So you learned how to deal with women.
Oh, God, yes.
Wow. Okay.
So, Liz, are you ignoring this guy, or what are you doing?
Lead him on.
Get the group alcohol. This man probably can make it happen.
Pull him aside and ask him, where can one get a drink around here? I'm so thirsty.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
Stupid fan. Where can one get a drink around here? I'm just so thirsty.
Yeah, he just smiles and gives you like the nod and says, I don't know where to get a drink, unfortunately.
And then you know that they really don't. Because he would have told her. I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right.
So what are the rest of you guys doing? James's character, I guess, and Patrick's character.
Well, I know that Jonas is trying his damnedest not to freak out at the fact that he's not underneath a tent. But he's basically just seeing what the guys are trying to dig up, like if there's any... Is it just like one straight mound, Aaron, or is it like, is there caverns made yet? Is it like, is it just a big pile of dirt and we're all looking at it dumbfounded, or what?
Yeah, it's basically a big pile of dirt. I don't know how much you know about mound builders or whatever, but they're all over the Midwest. This is much larger and much different.
Okay.
And don't forget, like Aaron said a minute ago, when you guys walked up to this thing, you guys all started experiencing this feeling of dread.
I just assumed that was because Jonas has his problem with his agoraphobia, so...
Okay.
I don't know if I'm actually attributing it to the mound or the fact that I'm just wimping out on the fact that I'm out in open space. So.
Mm-hmm. I think out of curiosity, I'd check out the dirt.
Yeah.
Is it any different than normal?
Can you make a what is that? a geology roll.
First roll of the evening. Steve, have you used Dice Stream before, Anna? Steve, you might need to help her.
Oh, okay. So
I'm getting there. I'm just slow.
Yeah,
I'll just open the application, and then you should have access to it.
I think she does already.
Yeah?
yeah, it does.
Did I do that the right way?
Yes, you did. 81.
Got it down more than I do. So.
I'm a 53, I think, in geology.
Uh-oh.
So you failed.
Yeah.
It's just normal dirt.
That's what you want to say to your wife.
Ew. I'm a terrible roller
you're
unless
sleeping on
I'm
the couch
playing
tonight,
this.
is that right? So, are any of you like right by where they're digging to check out that? Or?
Oh, there'll probably be Ben. You know, he's an archaeologist, so if any sign of a structure or something, he could probably analyze it pretty good.
Oh, okay. I know I'm not a character, Aaron, but can I ask, where these guys are digging, have they uncovered or are they starting to uncover anything besides dirt? Anything that's interesting at all?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay.
Not just dirt. This one guy found a rock.
It was a very nice rock.
Which immediately went back to the important people's tent.
So I studied natural history pretty extensively at Arkham. So is there anything I would know about this area?
Natural history, I believe, is more about biology.
All right. So how's about we let them dig?
Sure.
And go back to if people wanna circulate or whatever amongst the slope brows, then that's fine. But all of us that have a degree will be over in this tent.
Sounds like a plan to Jonas.
Well,
Yeah.
Sorry?
Go ahead.
Who were you walking around with? Was it Noah?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Can one of you make a spot hidden check? I'm not sure which one of you.
Sure.
She was watching my butt.
I'm over there too.
Let's see. Hey, I think I made it.
30?
Or did I?
30?
Yeah,
Which is quite hidden. Yay!
45.
Score.
Yeah.
Yay.
Might help plot along.
Mark.
So
What's up?
there's some tools lying on the dirt. One of the workers had set them down for a drink or something, and they disappear right in front of you.
The tools
The tools.
just disappeared.
Yep, they were there, and then as you're looking at them, they aren't there anymore.
Wow, that might bear investigation.
Someone's drunk.
Did those magical
We
pockets
lose
in
more
Liz?
tools. They're gonna never ask for losing them.
What, Anna?
I asked if it went into Liz's magical pockets.
I'll be back. I'll be back in
Joke.
5 minutes, guys.
Lots of things in my pockets, but those aren't one of them.
Do. Shoot.
Can we ask some other guys if that happens?
Is
Often?
there? Well, seeing as it's only me and Joe that have been around the tools, or do any other people in the party see this at all?
No, but within a few moments, the worker that was using them starts looking around for like, where did that tool go?
Where could it have gone?
Check his pockets.
Check my pockets? Or check Joe's pockets?
Yeah. No, what are you talking about?
It's okay. Joe's probably already made one out of clay to replace it.
What? Why are you behind me?
I want to make sure that you don't fall.
Oh,
Obviously, you have a balance issue, so I'm making sure that you are okay.
Oh, no. I have. It is no problem. How you say? It is a gift. So, but what? What were you saying to the worker?
His tool. He laid his tool down. The tool disappeared. So he was looking for his tool, and then I didn't know where his tool went.
Dead duel.
I'm sure there will be a pill for that someday.
I didn't realize it was cold. So what do you mean? I mean, like he misplaced it, or
He did misplace it, apparently. Yes.
This guy looks at you like, do you know where my tools went?
I don't know. Do you?
What? No, I'm looking for them now.
Your answer is as good as mine. I have no idea.
No.
I don't have the tool. I mean.
Okay.
Feel free to search me, but I mean, I turn my pockets inside out. You know, I make it clear that I do not have the tool on my person.
Noah, are you playing a prank?
No.
Just
because it's not a very good one.
It is not.
On the message board, Nathan put out a nice idea. It said, "Go stand where the tools disappeared and feel around on your hands and knees."
Oh.
Who wants to volunteer for
Just a thought.
So where
Oh, sure.
where did you see the tools, Noah? Where would that?
Well, come here, Joe. I'll show you, and then maybe you can find something.
Yes.
Let's go put a piece of beef jerky there.
Yeah.
It disappears.
A piece of
Let's feed the void.
Beef jerky.
So, who is checking the spot?
I suggest that to Joe.
Right.
We're checking the spot.
And Joe will.
Mustache man.
Yeah, Joe will go over to the spot and he will point at it with his cane and say, "Is it this spot here? This is where they were."
Yes.
You have to get over the accent, Leah.
But it's so hard to get over. It's awesome.
You need to, how you say, get over the accent.
Yes. Thank you.
Get over yourself.
So they were here, is what you were saying.
They were here. Now they are not.
Well, how long was it between the time you saw them and you didn't? Did small little animals come out of the forest maybe and take them?
I wish there were a forest for them to come out of.
So you are saying you are local?
No. I'm saying that this worker here needs his tools. He laid his tools down there. I'm going to blame the worker for poor care of tools. That is what you get for not paying attention to your tools. That is bad.
The worker glares at you.
Jonas leans over to Liz and says, "I don't think I really want to trust a medic that apparently has a drinking problem."
You know, she could have heavy supplies of medical alcohol.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I wonder what's in the bag.
Well, we've wasted the workers' time and long enough. Let us go back to the tent.
That is a grand idea, Joe. Let's do that.
I think you maybe been out in the sun a bit too long, my friend.
Perhaps I have. The sun is not the environment for me. I miss the cool air of the Atlantic coast.
Oh, is that where you grew up? As we go to the tent.
Somewhere along those lines.
So you two go back to the tent.
What?
And are you... is there anything you're doing?
Me?
Yes. Or James. Or Kim.
I'm just trying to get work done. I'm not paying attention. I'm just head down, nose to the grindstone kind of character.
Do any of you guys think it would be worth it to try and engage any of the workers for information on? They seem nervous, right? So with that.
I'm sure Liz could plumb Ralph for some things.
Yeah,
It's a good task for Liz.
Isabella could bat her eyes at one of them and ask them.
Sure.
Who all is going back to the tent, by the way?
I think Jonas is still in the tent. He's not really left.
Oh, okay. So once we're in the tent and away from the workers, I'll turn around and I'll say, I've been on a few digs, and something not right is going on here. I'm not sure if I am the only one. There was a certain amount of dread as I approached and as I walked around it. I've never come across this before. I thought maybe it is because I'm not used to this place, or maybe someone was giving me the, how you say, evil eye. But with the tools disappearing, I just wanted to ask if anyone else felt the same.
As far as I know, I didn't see anything.
No, he's asking how you guys feel, if you feel that dread feeling, right?
I'm asking how you feel, James.
Because how do you...
Listen, I am not willing to talk about my feelings with this foreigner.
I haven't been on enough digs to know yet.
I mean, Ben has been on, all over. So, for him, it could be anything.
Okay, how about you, Noah?
I, too, sense that feeling of trepidation and dread. Just a ill foreboding amongst the team that is digging.
And Isabella, you weren't telling him you don't feel that way. You just don't know if it's normal or not for the dig.
Right.
Thank you, James.
Thank you, James.
Great suggestion.
And
All
we're
right,
done.
game's over.
Load up. Here we go.
For the audience, you can't see what James just wrote. Let's just blow up the mountain and be done with it.
Sorry,
Yes,
I'm just having
learn
flashbacks
anything
from other
that way.
characters.
So, no, I this is not, how you say, the same as other digs. I'm not sure who wanted this dug up. Do we know who commissioned this dig?
All you have really is a name, Dr. Stephen Carmichael, and you know that he was funded by Miskatonic University. That's
And that he's the only one in the inn.
yeah, and that is the only one to be allowed at the end.
Oh, good catch. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay. So he's holed out at the inn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he is an employee of Miskatonic University.
Yeah. Good question, Steve.
Wait, isn't someone a professor? Would they have known about Carmichael?
Well,
Which one of you was from Miskatonic?
Well, I'm a student.
Aaron is a student. I guess I am as well from a scholarship.
Isn't Noah from Miskatonic as well?
Yes, we're all from Miskatonic.
Yeah, but are you most of you students, or which ones are faculty? Which of you are faculty? Yeah.
I guess Leah will be faculty, and I guess Dr. Ben would be as well.
yeah.
Noah, and let's see, and Patrick's character.
Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones.
I knew that was coming, man. But have you guys thought about how awesome it would be for an Indiana Jones movie where he's excavating a Lovecraftian site? I mean, that would just be awesome.
Okay, let's write a script and send it to George Lucas and Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, we're tight. I'm sure he'll do that if I suggest it.
He'll
Well,
look
you
at
can
it,
see him
see
next
the
Wednesday.
Lovecraft eZine logo on the mail thing, and just get right
Oh
on it.
yeah, he'd be like, oh yeah, the guy from the eZine, right?
I watch it every Friday.
Yeah, those guys are so great.
Him and Tom Cruise, they get some popcorn and.
We sit down and watch it.
Hey, you never know.
Absolutely.
Dude, did you see? I got a Lovecraft eZine letter in the mail. I wonder if it's from Mike.
Sniff it. I think he touched it.
All right, we're moving on now.
Okay. So, who's up for a hike to town?
Ben would be up for that.
I'm up for that.
Walking is fine.
By hike you mean take a car, right?
I am with Jonas.
It's 2 miles.
Yeah.
How are you going to
Do
get
the
a
whole
car?
outdoorsy thing.
What cars are even available?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's available?
The only car that's there is owned by the guy that's running it, Dr. Carmichael, and it is at the site, but you don't have keys.
Of course.
Oh, but all the workers are out of the worker tent. Wouldn't it be easy to hop in there and see what's really been going on?
Yeah.
Where is the
don't have a
foreman?
I'm a fan of that.
A key to the tent?
Yeah, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard. Go ahead. Ignore me.
Okay.
Can we sneak in the tents?
Yeah.
The workers are out digging.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. Senorita, you are talking about maybe sneaking over to the tent and looking inside?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I think that's a fabulous idea. So I will go outside, and I will make sure that the foreman has people running about, and no one comes back to the tent. And then it makes your job easy, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you will, how you say, sneak in.
And then you will do the, how you say, sneak.
It is nice.
Very nice.
After you do your sneak roll.
Oh, no.
So, Aaron, I'll go and do that. I'll go and engage the foreman and talk to him and ask him why he's only doing one side of the mound. Really, all I'm doing is in misdirection, right? So,
He does give you a good answer. Well, maybe it's a good answer. He tells you that this is the specific spot that Dr. Stephen Carmichael told him to dig. And then, meanwhile, while you're chatting him up, who is sneaking into his tent?
Just reading something from Nathan on the message board. Nathan says, Isabella, the cute student ought to be able to talk one of the workers into getting the keys to the car so you guys can cruise into town. So I'm just throwing a suggestion out there. So, whenever you're around.
All right, so while Noah's sneaking in the tents, I can go try to talk to some of the workers. They weren't too friendly before. Maybe they'll like me now?
Is there a specific look that you're looking for?
I see a bad sports drink commercial about to happen.
Sorry, who are you talking to, Aaron?
Anna.
The
She said-
loneliest looking one.
Sorry. We're in
The
the same house.
loneliest looking one.
The one with a little bit of halitosis.
Okay. What do you ask them?
So, I was wondering... I don't know.
Like, oh my god, are there keys to that car? Like, oh my god, are there keys to the car?
Like, oh my god, is there going to be like a body underneath this mound?
So who's this Carmichael guy anyway? Why is his car here? Why is he at the inn, away from his car?
Yeah, there you go. That's a good conversation starter.
This place is so boring. There's gotta be a way out of here.
The workers don't know. He's just like, I don't know. They hired me to come dig, and that's what I'm doing.
Well, this hot sun's making me so tired. Can you find a way for me to get into that car?
Oh. Well, maybe George would have the key. So he...
I was really hoping you could help me. Because I really want you and me to be friends.
I don't have the key, and the car's locked.
But you couldn't go ask George for a poor girl who's hot and tired?
I can go ask them.
Thank you. That'd be great.
So the guy runs off, and he finds George, the foreman, and he asks him about the key, and George walks back over to you, and he says, "Are you feeling faint, ma'am? Should you take a under the tent? We can get you water," and then he calls for water, and he leads you by the shoulders to the tent. So who's sneaking around in his tent right now?
Fail.
I have a weird feeling that Liz would have convinced Jonas to do this, even though he probably wouldn't have wanted to do it.
Yeah. Probably so.
Oh yeah, Jonas will be in
No, I'm not the best looking one. I look like a tomboy. Nobody wants to do me favors.
I'm sorry, so you talked about sneaking through his tent? Are we doing that?
Yeah, Jonas will try and find keys in the tent.
Okay.
Liz will go through there too.
Keys or other things.
Sure.
Blackmail.
So,
I didn't mean that, no, but I was actually thinking of the dig, but
So George the foreman, does he have a grill?
no.
Nice.
that's bad.
When all else fails, that is the best mission to go on.
So those on the message board that cannot see, Leah has suggested in the chat part of the Google chat that our group goes on a panty raid. Apparently, we're not going fast enough for Noah here.
You know what? This is the kind of thing that gets me in trouble with the people at Necronomicon and the H.P. Lovecraft film festival talks, where they're asking about diversity and women and everything. You know, and they're like, "Oh, no, we're suggesting panty raids on my games." You know?
To be fair, it was the woman that
Yeah,
suggested
that's
the
true.
panty raid. Okay. Don't paint me with your brush, Mike.
Hey, I
Don't paint
had
me with your
this
sexist brush,
thrown
mister.
on me while running a game. So
Listen, let's be fair. Let's be really on the board here, Mike. Are you sure it's Necronomicon and all these guys, or maybe just your wife off screen? Right?
Oh no, no, absolutely not. She knows I'm sexist. But she doesn't. That's not even.
Well, at least we got that out in the open. So what happens in the tent, Aaron? Sorry on our diatribe there.
Oh no, it's okay.
Just to also note, Aaron, I'm still on the foreman. Trying to misdirect a little bit. So if she, if the foreman's come over to Isabella, is it Isabella?
Yep.
If the foreman's come over to Isabella, then I'm going to follow him. And, when he says, oh, well, would you like some water, blah, 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 and I'm like, oh, that's a fantastic idea. Let us go to the mess tent and, steer us so we don't go around the front of his tent, right?
Sure. Okay. So Jonas, while he's in the tent, what was that? It's just a simple cot. It's a smaller tent, but he's not sharing it with anybody. There's a simple cot, and he's got like a trunk full of clothing. Where do you want to start?
What was the first thing you said that he wasn't sharing with people?
The tent.
Oh,
the tent is smaller.
There's something else in there. Sorry. So there's a cot. There's stuff for clothes. Well, I'm gonna snoop and go see what's under the clothes.
Under the clothes?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Let's find out if there's a bear trap there.
You do find a pistol right away and a box of ammo.
Is that mine?
Yeah.
Is that my pistol or is that someone else's?
No, this is his pistol.
Alright.
Well, technically possession is 9/10 of the law, so I do believe it is now Jonas's pistol. I'm just saying.
So,
Can you handle a firearm, sir?
No, but it will look really cool, and maybe I'll be able to impress Liz with it.
And it'll help you on the swim team, definitely.
Damn it, yeah. So cool.
After you're done with this tent
Nice
thing,
feet there, Jonas.
ammo too?
Well, of course, because, gun without ammo is kind of silly.
What kind of gun is it?
That is a pistol in my pocket.
Damn.
What type of gun is it exactly?
That is a great question.
What kind of gun is it, dear Kinter?
Luger, revolver, semi.
Nazis! We're working for Nazis!
Damn it, you took away what I was going to say!
they're not around yet.
You don't know what those are yet.
No, Lugers were during the 1920s. They made.
So what
Sorry,
kind of...
we're mixing timelines and metaphors.
Yeah.
Something our group does well.
Yeah.
yeah, Aaron.
It's automatic.
It was Nazi Germany.
It's an automatic? Nice. Are we talking like 1920s detective kind of pistol?
Yes.
Nice. That is easily hidden in the back of my pants.
Don't shoot yourself in the ass.
God, I hope Jonas knows there's a safety.
I'm sure Ben can teach you some pointers.
I'm sure that I would not show it.
On shooting himself in the ass?
Hey guys, I have a question for you guys. All kidding aside, after you're done with this tent thing, which do you guys feel is most important, or do you want to split up and do this? Talking to this guy at the inn that apparently commissioned this big thing, or
sounds really important, Mike.
Yeah, or figuring out the dig itself and the disappearing tools, or do you think you guys ought to split up and do both? That's my thing.
Well, splitting up sounds not that bad of an idea.
No, splitting up is totally a bad idea here.
Hell, it's a 20-minute walk. Let's just go.
Fair enough.
2 miles?
2 miles? 20 minutes?
2 miles. Come on. Have you never
Yeah,
Than a
you're right.
treadmill?
Not that far.
Listen, skinny pants.
What?
2 miles may
She's
not
right.
be
2
as
miles is not that
long
big.
as. Yeah.
I'm not a young man.
Hey,
Well, your character would probably stay and figure out the tools thing, and
Well,
maybe
that,
somebody stays with you.
No,
yeah,
no,
that makes
I'll come.
sense. With Noah seeing that thing. Maybe Dr. Gates and the ladies would go into town.
Maybe the ones with the best connection to Miskatonic should go talk to the doctor.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I'm good for splitting up.
Sorry?
I think it's okay to split up if we have to.
Yeah. So you were suggesting that whoever has the best ties or whatever, who would that be? I mean, we have students, so I guess it would probably be one of the faculty members, right?
Yeah.
Probably both the faculty members, right?
All right. Well, I guess Noah can deal with the disappearing tools later.
I had nothing to do with that.
I see nothing.
It's not my fault.
So
The
you say.
worker. It is not my fault. The worker left the tools unattended. Those were his responsibility.
I see nothing.
To do with it.
I know nothing.
I know nothing.
It's
All right.
not.
Hogan's Heroes.
Nothing, you're here.
All right, who's walking to the inn?
Alright, Gates will do that. Since he's the only one with a doctorate.
So Gates, Noah, any of the other students? Joe?
I can go.
Yeah. I guess, Joe, are you sticking around the tent still, or?
No, you know what? I'll come with you guys. If nothing else, then because honestly, like we can't put that much stress on the tools disappearing because Noah's just like, I don't know, the tools were here, now they're not.
They're not.
You're right. What I always ask myself is, what would I do if I was really there in this situation? What would I focus on?
Yeah, I figured that's in.
Then, yeah, tools are secondary. Let's, get to the heart of the matter.
Okay, so I've got Gates, Noah, Isabella, and Jacinto walking. Jonas is probably cowering. Oh,
Ray leaving the tent.
yeah. Do you continue to search the tent?
Okay. Well, I found the gun. I'm assuming he has like a desk of some sort.
No, not really.
Okay, well, since all I found was the gun in under the clothes, kind of put the clothes back to where they were and try and leave the tent without anyone noticing.
Okay.
Back to our bunk.
Oh, can you make a spot hidden check?
Ooh.
For you, sir, I'll be happy to. Let me open up Dice Stream. And I roll a 11. I have light pouring out of my goddamn eyes. I see all.
You find a big bottle of whiskey.
All right.
Which is, just a reminder, illegal in 1924. So.
And it's
Or
wrapped up in my jacket. And we go back to the bunk.
Okay. The rest of you start walking.
Yep.
And it takes about 20 minutes, just like you said. One of the as you walk into town, you see houses sparsely around, and once in a while you see a townsperson, and if they see you, they look away right away, kind of like with this disgusted look on their face, like I hate you. And turn their back.
It's the scars. They've always socially impaired me.
And when you arrive at the inn, Do you just walk right in, or how do you approach it?
I'm
Very
disgusted
careful.
with it.
I think we should do a cowboy kind of thing where we just bust in all dramatically and just slowly walk to the, counter.
Are you sure you don't want to put a salvo through the door?
Or we could just
Sure,
walk in
go
normally.
right through then. Just go right on ahead.
I vote for normal.
I'm with her.
I
I don't want him to hate us already before he's even met us.
Yeah, you guys are trying to talk him into giving you information.
yeah.
Whiskey!
Way to role play, dude.
Okay.
So is Isabella the one walking in first?
Do you want to do it first, or should I do it first?
Hold on. Who's the
Ladies
prettiest?
first, always.
Isabella is the only female with us, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
She goes in.
Go.
Alright.
That's okay.
So, prettiest to toughest to oldest.
Okay.
Are you
so
lost? You're lost. We are all lost. We need directions.
So Isabella walks in, and as she opens the door, there's like 3 or 4 guys standing around, and they all stand up, and they put the drinks they're obviously drinking behind their backs, and they just glare at Isabella.
No harm, fellas. We're just here to see the doctor.
Then she yells, "Hey, anyone see a ghost?"
She said she's here to see the doctor. Wrong reference. At least make something to do with a TARDIS.
Yeah.
Nobody responds to Isabella. They're just standing and staring at you.
They're probably eunuchs.
Great. You walk into a gay bar.
No, go ask. Go ask for,
Is there like a
Can you help
is
us
there-
out?
yeah, go ask
Is there
him for a drink. That'll.
is there a barkeeper or something like that?
There, he was in back. He hears the clinking glasses, and he comes out to the front. What's going on? He says.
We're just here to visit the doctor from the university. Can you tell me where he's staying?
You are not supposed to be in this inn.
Why?
You woke up on the drafty side of the bed today.
Why aren't you supposed to be here? Because those are the rules. You're working on that mound, and we don't want any part of it.
But we were sent by the university. We just wanted to talk to the professor.
I don't care about the university. I just know that I don't want anything to do with that mound.
Well, you don't have to do anything with the mound. Just give us to the doctor, and we'll be on our way.
Is the professor here?
He is.
May we speak with him?
He says his door is in the back.
Thank you.
Outside of the building or inside?
Inside.
Can we make our way back there?
Sure.
Rap on the door with my cane.
You hear some fumbling around behind the door.
As he puts his porno mags away, yeah.
And you see a young man standing in front of you. He looks maybe 26, 27. And he just looks at you with a questioning glance.
Professor, I am Dr. Montez, and here are a few of your colleagues. We wanted to ask you a few questions.
What questions?
Would you like us to talk in the hallway, or Is there someplace better?
Better would be not at all. I paid you to do a job, and I did not pay you to question me.
I'm not
Sir,
questioning.
we're just wanting more information about the dig, so we can do our jobs the correct way.
Exactly.
Okay, fine. What do you need to know?
Who's?
Go ahead, Noah.
It's okay. This is your field of study, not mine.
Oh, thank you.
What about what's the reason for the dig? That would be a good question.
Yeah, I'm interested to know what is it that you are expecting to find at the dig. Obviously, there are indicators that of various artifacts that you have discovered in the area.
Miskatonic is hoping to uncover the identity of the builders of this mound.
Do you have an initial age that you dated this site?
The age of the site is unclear.
And are the only artifacts you've gathered the black metallic rocks you found so far?
Well, we didn't find those at the site. We found them in the area from other residents, Indian tribes, things of that nature.
What?
We've noticed a few strange things around the site. We've noticed a couple tools gone missing. An overall sense of dread and foreboding.
Oh.
Has anybody else experienced this?
You're just allowing local superstition to color your perception.
Why
I
aren't
haven't
you
talked to anyone.
Was that in character or out of character?
Barf that stopped.
In character. We haven't talked to anyone from the town. Local superstition isn't playing into this at all.
Well, I'm uncertain what to tell you. What do you expect me to do about disappearing tools?
Why aren't you in the field?
Well, the bulk of my work is academic, and when you have sufficient numbers of artifacts, I'd like to see them, but I doubt you have them on the first day, do you?
No.
No, we do not.
It was mentioned to us by the foreman that you wanted to dig in a specific area. Is there a reason for this, sir?
Intuition.
I'm sorry? You broke up, Aaron.
Oh, intuition.
Ah, intuition. Ah, I understand. So, you seem to know something of the local superstition about the site?
I do.
What is... sometimes the locals can play a very interesting part in identifying a site. Is there something amongst the rumors and the superstitious gabble that might help us to identify the site?
I really don't have time to answer these questions.
Alright, is he closing the door, or what is he doing?
He stands there for just a little bit more, and he says, you can come back and contact me if you find something interesting.
Alright. Can I stop him before he closes the door?
Sure.
I want to go, like, if this goes south in any way, I'm holding you responsible. I've been on some failed expeditions, and I don't want to see another one. Or I'll give you some matching scars.
I'll keep that in consideration. And then he...
Thank you for your time, Professor.
Kim, what did you want to roll psychology for?
Roll psychology on the doctor. See what his problem is.
He's an asshole. That's what. Here's the diagnosis. He's an asshole.
No.
Psychology or psychoanalysis?
Psychology. Does somebody roll?
I just have a 5%.
Hey, that's okay. Doesn't matter. You can make the weirdest stuff sometimes.
You totally.
Okay, I'll go for it.
All right.
Do it! Is that a 1?
Yes!
Winner!
You never know. Wow.
Winner, chicken
I
dinner.
told you! Yeah. See, I'm gonna fail.
Freaking psychic lady.
What do I know, Aaron? What do I know?
He knows all.
You know everything.
He appears distressed and like he's got a heightened nervousness. He seems to be lying, but you don't know what about. I mean, what could he possibly be lying about?
He's
That's all I
probably
get
nervous.
for a
that he
1?
knows so much.
Is he being held against his will?
Let's bust down a door, take him, and do some waterboarding.
Oh God! No.
Bye!
You
Do you realize that he writes our checks? No.
Yeah, somebody roll your waterboarding roll. Let's see
Oh God!
who you're doing
I
that.
could roll a 5.
Roll your torture, please.
All right, so
I need to not waste all my good rolls on foolish things.
yes,
Because you only have so many allotted to you.
Well, Ben wants to get a drink after all this bullshit.
Are they keeping you in good spirits, Doctor? Here in this town?
Oh, he closed the door.
Ah!
What an asshole.
Yeah.
That's what
what
I said. The moment he closes his door, he's like, asshole.
come, let us be away from here.
Ben wants to get some drinks.
Let's walk back.
You are going to have to talk to the locals to get a drink, Dr. Ben.
Let's buy some bottles of booze for the workers, and maybe they can be more willing to help us.
I don't think it's going to work out the way you think. They really, really hate us. Do you not see?
I see it. I just don't care.
Is there anywhere around town that obviously looks like there may be a still?
Well,
Clem would know the answer.
Yes!
I wonder what they're doing now, back in Arkham. Meanwhile, back in Arkham.
No. No, we're gonna look for a still. Well, that's what I'm kind of eyeballing the skyline, looking for anything.
Can Ben just see if the bartender will sell him booze?
Yeah. You can ask.
Ask why you guys are focused on booze.
Yeah.
They're like,
It's the stream that kept us together in the other campaign, Mike.
Yeah.
So it's natural for them to want to preserve that.
Can we ask some of the other guys around the bar what they've heard around town?
All 4 of them?
yes, all 4 of them.
Or one of them?
Not before before Ben buys some booze.
I'm sorry, what was that, Patrick?
I want to at least buy some booze before they start kicking us out so that we can't buy booze.
Okay, so you ask, and the tavern owner says, the inn owner, says no.
So I take out like a stack of, bills and like, are you sure?
Yes, I am very sure. You can make a persuade check.
Sure, let me see what's my persuade.
Ooh.
Persuade, 15. Well, let's give it a shot.
What about Our Lady?
Will my
Does the lady
scars
get a
make
drink
it
here?
Can I get a bonus for my scars to make it intimidating?
No.
Ah, damn. Alright, let's go. Let's see what we got here. 37.
No.
37.
Yeah, I fail.
37.
Yeah.
What about a drink for a lady? Can I be persuasive?
We don't sell alcohol here. That's illegal.
I know
alcohol. I just mean a drink. I'm thirsty.
I can give you water, but it will cost you.
We have the funds.
Huh?
We have money.
Okay. So he gives you a water. He charges you $1. $1 for water.
In 1922.
That's a lot.
This is not like
I want to start a bar fight so badly.
they're not like
I-
going on.
It's like Ben's about to put out his gun and like Joe and the girls are like, don't do it! And they're like carrying him out of the door. They don't really do that, but it's very tempting.
I wait until these guys turn around, and then I approach the barkeep and ask him if he would be willing to serve a war veteran. I fought for us.
You fought for this damn country.
That's right. I fought for the world.
I kill kids and now, man.
No.
At least there's
No,
some
this
booze.
is not that conflict yet. But yes, I would like to, and I will definitely.
I got the people,
persuade
man,
on that.
in the trenches. Nice, let him on.
Noah can make a persuade check.
Okay, great. Ah!
No.
He's like, get out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Happy.
And rightfully so. We broke the rules. We came into town. They told us not to come into town. Let's go.
Yeah, the whole time, just as a pointed note, the whole time that they're interacting with the barkeep and everything like that, I'm actually watching the people. The vast crowd of 4 people. But I'm looking at their reactions. Mostly, I'm just trying to get a sense of, do they just hate outsiders, or is it just us?
Or are they afraid of something?
Yes.
So, their reactions, at first, they're staring daggers at you, like they just really hate you. But as you bumble around, their expressions kind of soften.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So once we're sort of done trying to pump the barkeep for anything possible, I'll just say, well, let us be on our way. Obviously, we are disturbing these people for their fine night out. Let us go.
Yeah, at some point you might want to pay attention to the dig.
Yeah.
Maybe they have dug up something by now.
Perhaps they have. Let's go back and check that out.
So you guys go back. It takes another 20 minutes-ish.
We were running so fast.
So the only thing that's happened at the excavation while you guys have been out is that some more tools have disappeared, and there's been an argument on the mound. over who took it or where they went. But Noah wasn't there, so they don't have to blame him.
Yes.
Well, obviously it was that other worker. He's got sticky fingers.
That's right.
That's right. Maybe they should
It
string
was
him up.
Jonah.
Okay. So we'll get back.
I was busy. I had very important things on my mind.
Oh,
You're all gonna want to be my friend soon because I still got half a bottle. So shut up and stop talking so loud inside your heads.
Are you drunk?
Never you mind.
Give me the bottle.
I believe
So
that
what's
is what
the
they
other
say.
group doing?
Sorry, what was that, Isabella?
You're
What's
not
the
my
other group doing?
professor.
Who are we with right now?
So right now, what if Jonas, Liz, and that's the group at the site, right? Yeah. What have Jonas and Liz been doing in the approximate, I don't know, hour to hour and a half that the rest of the
Okay. Well,
Getting drunk, duh.
one, get drunk. But two, I'm having a weird feeling that Jonas is going to kind of feel nervous about having a gun because he's never used one before and he probably doesn't want to get in trouble with any of his peers. And in a small fit of desperation, he will hide said gun and bullets in someone else's trunk or bag or bedding or whatever. So I guess I will pick whoever's bed is closest to hide it in that isn't his.
Okay.
And hopefully they will get in trouble and not me. So I'll let you decide which one that is.
Sure. Okay, so you've hidden the gun in a random worker's tent.
Oh, no, our group.
Oh, one of the other
We're in our
players.
tent. We're not in the workers' tent.
Wait, are we all in the same tent?
I would assume.
No. You're divided up.
Okay, who's in our group area then?
So it would probably be two people to a tent. Guys would share a tent. So Jonas and we'll say Noah, and then Ben and Jacinto.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, Jonas is going to hide that stuff in Noah's bunk.
Okay.
And get blitz with Liz.
Wait,
Yay, alcohol, especially for university students.
next of the gods. Woohoo!
Don't forget to go out in the sun a little bit more.
Jonas said no.
All right.
That's the plan.
That's basically what's happened on our end, Aaron.
Sorry.
That's basically what's happened on our end. That's about it.
Okay. So the other group gets back.
Hey guys.
And the other two are apparently drunk. So that's a thing. What are you gonna do?
Young love.
Ben is going to shamefully nod his head.
I did not come prepared for this, so
Well,
anyway.
Come, no.
Doc, you got any aspirin?
alright, how should we deal with this?
They are students. Of course they are going to do things like this. Just expect it.
Yes.
Right. That's
It's true.
right.
Yeah, well, why don't we just leave them and focus on the dish?
Yeah. So let's go back outside. What was the commotion that we were listening to on the hill, on the mound? Let's go back to that.
Nathan on the message board has a good question. Tools have vanished. Have any workers vanished too, or ran off, etc.? You guys could investigate.
Yes.
No, so far there's still 32 workers on the site. Yeah, so is there anything you guys would like to do with the day? Otherwise I'm going to speed it up a bit.
No, that's great.
Sounds good.
Has the morale of the workers improved?
Sorry?
Has the morale of the workers improved?
No. So the disagreement between the workers results in 2 of them leaving the camp. Their names Thomas and William. They say they're gonna leave in the morning. And there's a great big hole now where the workers were digging on the mound, but they haven't found anything of note yet.
Did Thomas and William tell us why they're leaving?
Yeah, sure. They'll say things are too weird around here. The atmosphere is hostile, and we don't like the vibe this place is giving out. So they're taking off.
Bunch of crybabies.
You should go invest in the stock market. Big future there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so again, we'll bustle around for the rest of the day, and then just if you want to fast forward it to the next day.
Sure.
That's cool with us.
Yes.
So you go to bed, and around 10 o'clock at night, George starts screaming from his tent, and he starts waking everybody up, and he says, "Somebody was in my tent! Who was in my tent?" And he starts pulling people out of their tents, and he lines them up, and he says, "Whoever was in my tent, taking things, come forward, and you'll get out, and I'll let you continue to work here."
What time of night was it that he did this?
3 in the morning.
3 in the morning.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, we've got a gun fondler on our hands, people.
Yeah, does anything ever end well when it begins with, at 3 in the morning?
Well, something.
Well, I am not sure what it is that you are looking for. What is it that someone took?
They took my pistol and personal items.
And now why would you be carrying a pistol?
Why would someone take your underpants?
Good one.
I'm sorry. Am I misunderstanding?
These magazines have a very special place in my heart.
He says, "It wasn't my underpants. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. So, while you're lined up, I'm going to search your tents."
Be my guest. If you want, I can tell you what the different statues are. If you want.
Can I say something real quick before you start doing that?
Sure.
Is that, tools have been gone missing, okay? Maybe that's what's happening to your stuff as well.
Ooh,
That is a very good point, Dr. Ben.
Yes.
Someone
Hey,
should
thank you.
fast talk.
very good.
Yes.
You've had a lot of experience with lying, haven't you?
You better believe it. Anyways, last thing we need is for the workers to go on strike or cause a mob. So I'm suggesting, with all due respect, let's not try and, cause any more trouble amongst the angsty workers.
He just kind of stares at you for a little bit, and then he says, I think I'll search your tent first. And then he walks to your tent.
Oh, man. Doesn't let you get a chance to roll. What a harsh.
Alright. The only thing probably the only thing you'll find is my shotgun, and,
Because that'll go over well.
ammo, books.
And my dynamite, and my tank.
That too. Some adventure gear, But,
Find out how he reacts.
even my pistol's a different make, so.
Because you're also a firearms aficionado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say you got a warrant, bitch.
Here we go.
That worked in the 20s, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
It always works.
You have a guy named Miranda.
So then, do you let him search your tent?
What? I like watch him search my tent and, just, say the only thing they're gonna find is my stuff. And I don't think, unless you got a shotgun or, a gun similar to mine, you ain't gonna find nothing.
Right. Well, he obviously doesn't find his gun, the one that was stolen, and he doesn't find his booze, so he leaves you alone. And then he says, he's angry, obviously, and he says, everybody else can go to bed. And then he just storms off into his tent, slams the flap or something.
But not before
Slams
going,
the flap.
Vigorously.
Patrick, he goes,
He just hit really hard or something. I don't know. What do you do in a tent when you're angry?
Good one, Mike.
got my eye on you.
Okay, so I'll look at the rest of them and say, if somebody has something they shouldn't, maybe they should probably hide it. Good night, my friends!
Does Grover hang out with our group now? What's going on? Are you going to be like showing us how to count and how to like say words and stuff? Like, what's going on? I don't know, my friends.
Okay. So we're back in our tents.
Yeah. And
Okay.
you're all asleep. So, sorry?
Can you repeat yourself, please?
Sure. You guys fall asleep, you wake up, and the Reverend comes in with his cart right before breakfast. And he has some of the supplies that the workers need, but not all of them, and he says he'll bring more tomorrow.
Can I ask him some questions?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
So what kind of church do you lead?
He says Methodist.
Is it in town here?
He says, yes, it's the church.
So why do they have you running supplies to the dig site? That seems kind of strange for a reverend.
Well, I mean, you should ask.
I meet hot young women this way.
Come on over to my cart.
Touch like yourself, lady.
Only if I had a nickel.
I don't believe in superstition.
It's yours.
Power of God. So I believe he protects me from whatever evil is in this mound, but the rest of the villagers won't go near it.
Why is that? What kind of evil is it?
Well, there were some sorry. There were some stories in the early 1900s about men who came to check out the mound, and they stopped in town, and then we saw them leave, but we never saw them come back. Well, that's how the story goes anyway.
Have you ever heard of strange things happening, like things disappearing, or just a really strange feeling around the mound?
I am sure that is just superstition.
But you said you're a man of God with answers. So what's your answer? Why would these things happen?
It is obviously the work of the devil.
Obviously.
You believe this is a devil mound?
If you want to put it that way, sure.
So I asked you why you came, and I'm not sure I have the answer. You believe that you are protected, so you want to serve the people who are working here?
Correct.
Oh, she's
So that
good.
you can dispel the evil in this mound?
Sorry?
Do you feel you can dispel the evil in this mound?
I am not sure. I'm not sure there is any evil to be found here.
But you just explained all the strange occurrences as evil.
I believe it's mostly superstition, but if there is evil, I believe I'm protected.
Remind me not to try and hide something from Isabella.
Does he know anything about stuff disappearing from here?
Those are some of the myths that permeate the area, yes.
Interesting.
Jonas goes out to the Reverend and said, "Did you get my number 3 pencil? Because I was asking for it last time, and you didn't have any."
We did not have any number 3 pencils, I'm very sorry.
This is borderline unacceptable. And he turns around and goes back into his thing.
Do you have some tools with you? Because those are some of the items that were lost yesterday.
What, Anna?
Asking if you have any tools we can buy. Because that's what went missing on the mound yesterday.
Yeah, the workers are kind of just taking them, and paying for them as they go. Well, George is paying for them, but the workers are taking them.
How many tools would you say you've had to replace over the past day or two?
Let's see, 3 shovels, 2 hammers, and I don't know, like a pickaxe.
Okay.
Does the Reverend have said tools that we can replace things with, or no?
He's got most of them. I got everything.
Okay.
Well, you can believe Mr. Becker.
I go back to my own tent.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna head back to mine as well.
Any other questions for the Reverend?
Not particularly.
I don't think so.
Yeah, nothing really to ask.
Not until I think of something.
Alright, so sorry.
Right, don't worry.
So Thomas and William leave shortly after breakfast, just like they said they would. Put their packs on their back and they start heading out.
Do they walk hand in hand?
They do not.
Damn,
They do not.
maybe that was the reason they were leaving.
Okay. As they're leaving, I'll go up to them and say, I am sorry that you feel that you have to leave the dig. Just one word of warning, my friends. Do not talk to the villagers. They do not like us in the slightest.
They thank you for your thoughts. And one of them says, "We didn't have any intention of stopping in that creepy town. It's there."
That is good. We had an incident talking to them, and it was not very pleasant. So I wish you well. I hope this does not put you off of digs in the future. Goodbye, my friends. Bye, Corinthian weather. All right, so I'll head back and wait around for breakfast again.
Okay.
And in my dithering in the morning, I'm gonna go over to Jonas's tent and knock on the tent.
How does one knock on a tent?
Yeah,
Same thing.
it's a camping thing. I don't know how you don't know how to do it. It's just something you do.
Scratch on the tent.
Yeah, that's
If
right.
you can slam the tent flap, I guess you can knock on it.
Yeah.
Listen, you are implying that I have gone camping,
What?
and that is an assumption that you have made an ass out of you and me.
Oh.
I am sorry. I did not mean to make an ass of you. So,
Yeah, it's
So-
his job to make an ass of him.
so
That is not your job. There are clearly more qualified people on this panel than you.
So I'll say good morning, Jonas. It is good to see you this morning. I am getting the impression that maybe your head is a little bit too. That's what I thought.
Should I bring some aspirin?
Close the tent door
Oh, the bright light, it bothers you?
and
Well, maybe I should bring you some eggs.
water.
Blorf.
A
So,
lot of water.
so, just out of curiosity, my friend, what did you find in his underpants, apparently?
I found a bottle of whiskey. I didn't drink all of it.
Stop talking so loud over there.
Ah!
I can hear you breathing.
Yes, well, wait until you hear me stomping around with my cane. So, was there anything else that you found other than his personal whiskey?
Yeah, there's something in Noah's stuff that I hid there because I didn't want to get in trouble.
I will, I think that maybe this is something we should tell Noah, yes?
Sure.
Well, bonus days, my friend. I will see you at breakfast. I will also talk to Noah about maybe doing something about your condition. So
Greasy.
helps every time. So I'll go over to Noah and
Hi.
hi. Hello, Noah.
Hey, Jojo. Hey, Jojo Bean.
Jojo Bean. Coyne. So,
Coyne.
Okay. What's up?
So, did you notice a lump when you were sleeping last night?
I've slept on rock. What's going on?
I think that you may want to go and have a look at your bunk and maybe hide something that might be there.
Have you been in my bunk, Joe?
Are you coming on to me, Noah?
No.
There's nothing wrong with that. I hear that some of the army types are like that.
I assure you, Joe, this is not my intention. But sure, thanks for the heads up. I'll look. Has someone been messing around looking for
It would seem that our young friends last night...
painkillers or something?
No, it seems that our young friends last night... it seems that they found a pistol that our foreman was looking for this morning.
Oh, dear.
And it's in your bunk.
Great. Great.
Maybe they also said something about having how you say hangover. Maybe you should go help them with that too.
I think I might.
Just to show your appreciation of them hiding things in your bunk.
Okay. I will do that. Thank you very much for letting me know.
Oh, you're
right on over there. So, I dig through my bunk, find the materials, and yeah, along with 2 little aspirins, and I start stomping towards Jonas's tent with such items in a bag, not in hand, but in a bag, because I know that belongs to somebody else. Oh, Aaron, what do you have planned for me now?
I'm sorry, so you're going towards Jonas's tent? I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm going to Jonas's tent with a bag full of the guns and stuff, and then I've got the 2 little aspirins in my pocket, but I have a little pack with the guns in it, and I'm going over there right now.
Okay.
To confront Jonas.
So, Jonas, what are you doing with your hand?
My lovely discussion with Jojo Bean.
Jojo Bean!
Jonas has fallen under the guillotine once too many times in university with all the pranks and stuff, and he knows better than to leave things as they may lay, just to sort of get out of this predicament. So when he left, I'm going to grab the stuff that I hid in Noah's stuff and go to another tent with it. Because I'm sharing the bunk with Noah, correct?
Correct.
So when he left,
Never mind.
I'm going to grab the stuff and leave my tent to go to someone else's tent.
That's the way to solve it.
So let's
No,
go.
there's no way that we could share a tent, because remember when he searched through Jonas's tent, it would have been my stuff that he went through too.
But he didn't check Jonas's tent.
He didn't check Jonas's tent.
He only checked Dr. Gates.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
All
I'll go
right.
to the next tent to the right. Whose tent would that be?
The tent to the right would be, we'll say Gates and Jacinto.
I go into there. I look. Is anybody in that tent?
Hi.
Jacinto was just talking to Noah. So, I'm not sure where he was talking to her.
Oh, me? No,
Yeah.
I would assume that I was in where the archaeological tent or something like that. Basically, some public area.
Because it's breakfast, so you'd be eating. So nobody's in there.
I think, wouldn't I still be in there? Because I don't think I'm doing anything.
You're
Breakfast?
probably going for breakfast.
Well, sure.
So Jonas goes to the doctor's stash of guns, drops it off, and then goes to breakfast.
Okay.
So I go back to my tent to try to confront Jonas, but the gun is not there. Correct?
Aaron?
Because this just messed up everything. The
Yeah.
whole sequence that I had planned.
Okay, so you were,
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going by the timeline that Aaron has given me here, that's all.
Okay, so... Alright, so, no one knows that the gun is there. You gotta confront him.
Yes.
Jonas takes the gun, hides it. You get to the tent. And do you look for the gun right away, or are you confronting Jonas right away?
I look for the gun that apparently Jonas has hidden in my stuff.
Which isn't there anymore.
Yeah, so I start looking through Jonas's stuff. Maybe he hid it in his stuff. Yes.
How the hell did I get this garter on with these stockings?
That's actually a good point, Steve. Noah, you would run into Jonas right outside the tent. But if you're going to look for the gun first, you'd probably pass him.
Like I would walk by as you were inside the tent.
Drink some water, shit face. I know. Digging around. So yeah.
Alright, so what do you do after you find nothing?
Is there anything embarrassing at all in Jonas's stuff? That might be embarrassing to him in the least way at all. How could I get him back? Little shit. Is there any underwear or...
You found a doll.
I found a doll! Oh
Yeah.
boy. What kind of doll?
A little Cupid doll.
Oh.
It was hidden under all my stuff in my trunk.
Yeah.
My mom gave it to me, and I haven't lost it since. So.
Aww.
Stompy on the Cupid doll.
You guys all did
Stompy on the Cupid doll.
I hope you put it out in the sun and it blows up in your hand.
Well, I will put it on the mound and hope that it disappears.
Oh, that's fucking mean.
Not at all.
And you can test to see if only metal disappears. So,
That's true.
no. Alright, so you walk up to the mound, and the workers have already started digging. And
Then I'll just take it and throw it as far as I can over their heads onto the top of the mound in the center. As close to the center as I can get it. So.
I'm at breakfast, so I obviously haven't seen this yet.
You'll find it. You'll find out.
Well,
Yeah.
right after you throw it, you hear the sound of a metal shovel hitting something solid and metallic.
Woo!
Mmm.
One
What's that?
says, I have something.
Yay! Hey guys!
It's a Stargate.
Ah. Jonas, get your ass out here! Shut up!
You saw the metal object?
Sorry? What was the question?
So you said that,
A worker found
a worker.
metal.
Just any worker or
Yeah, just one of the workers.
okay.
Alright, so I guess we'll converge.
Alright. By the time you all get up the mound and you're looking into the hole, you see just the corner of a large black brick.
How large?
Well, you just see the corner exposed right now, but I don't know, there's probably you can't really see that, but like 2 feet maybe exposed. So whatever it is, it's huge.
Assuming it's bigger than a bread box.
Yes.
Okay.
Larger than a bird box.
And you were saying that it's a black brick?
Yes, it's made of the same stuff that you've been finding, the same fragment stuff, the same material. So it's an unknown metal.
Son of a bitch.
Is it smooth or does it look like it's had those fragments blown off of it or something?
No, it's totally smooth.
Or marked or anything?
Nope. And I think that's a good place to stop.
Sounds like a plan.
So I'll give away a copy of that King and Yellow issue. Just email me with put King and Yellow issue in the subject, and I'll use random.org to pick someone as usual. And again, the email address is lovecraftezine@gmail.com. lovecraftezine@gmail.com. So go ahead and send your emails now if you want to be in that drawing.
Yay!
Yay! I'll announce it on the message board in a few minutes. Whoever wins. Let's say something else. I forgot. Tuesday night group 8 is at 8 Eastern, and oh, I know what I was going to say. The show tomorrow night, I'm going to do something new. I'm going to do the call-in show with tomorrow night at midnight Eastern. So if you got a paranormal experience to share, I know everyone in this group does, obviously, because you've all lost a few sand points.
Oh, God, yes.
So that's what we're doing tomorrow night.
Very cool.
Thanks for being the keeper, Aaron. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron.
Yeah, sorry it was a little slow tonight. The first session's always a little rough for me.
No, it was great.
Yeah, don't worry about it, dude. It's it is what it is. She did fine.
Pretty sure the audience had fun. So.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks everybody for watching. And again, thanks Aaron. And we'll see everybody at this game next Friday at 9 Eastern. So.
Bye-bye.
Bye, James.